Good morning, Hong Kong, and welcome back to another episode of Hong Kong Insurance 101. We're sticking with our theme from last week and continuing to talk about home insurance. This is a topical episode in light of the fact that on October 13th, 2020, the Hong Kong Observatory raised the Typhoon number 8 signal for Typhoon Nanka. Raising the number 8 signal set a record for the observatory as Nanka was over 450 kilometers away from Hong Kong at the time, the furthest storm in over 60 years to trigger the signal. Now, while the observatory was acting with caution based on their most relevant models, the fact is that Typhoon Nanka was extremely underwhelming. This does, however, pose a serious question, mainly due to the fact that late or early season storms are generally much stronger than those which occur at the height of the typhoon season. So, if Typhoon Nanka did hit Hong Kong with its expected strength, how well would your home have been prepared? Peak season for typhoons in Hong Kong is from July to September. This is normally the time of year when weather conditions are perfect for storms to develop off the Philippines in the Western Pacific and blow through the islands into the South China Sea. However, over the last decade, severe storms have been hitting the city between May and October. In fact, since 2012, most typhoons that have required a number 8 signal have occurred in August or later. Now, these late season storms occur because of the impact of global climate change on ocean currents and weather systems, and typically have far more power and higher wind speeds than those which happen within the season's peak. In 2017, this was amply proven by typhoons Hato and Pakar hitting the city in the course of a week and causing roughly 8 billion Hong Kong dollars worth of damage. Now, any property owner in Hong Kong will likely have taken fire insurance on their property at purchase. This is because most banks require fire insurance before authorizing a mortgage. Fire insurance is the base form of property insurance in Hong Kong and will cover you against the rebuilding costs of your property, whether it is an apartment, a village house, or a standalone property on the peak. As the name might indicate, though, fire insurance will only protect a property against losses which have their proximate cause as fire. Typhoons are not noted for bringing fire. Generally, they bring rain and thunder and lightning. So in most cases, a simple fire insurance plan is not going to be of great assistance in providing any substantial level of cover or protection in the event of a typhoon loss. Simply put, it is really unlikely that you're going to be claiming a fire loss from a typhoon. A step up from straight fire insurance, which isn't going to be terribly useful for typhoons, is property all risk cover. Now, property or risk cover is actually going to be extremely helpful for a typhoon loss. Formerly named Fire and Allied Perils Insurance, this type of cover works under a similar concept to contents or risk cover. Under a Fire and Allied Perils property insurance plan, your property would be protected against any damages that occur because of fire, landslip or subsidence, flood or water damage, and other natural disasters or acts of God. Obviously, this is a more comprehensive form of protection for your property, but because of the increased coverage, Fire and Allies home insurance will also be more expensive than straight fire insurance plans. It is because of this additional cost that many property owners in Hong Kong will overlook property or risk insurance coverage when satisfying their mortgage requirement. Having just spent millions of dollars on a home, budget is going to be a very big concern when it comes to additional forms of protection and insurance. But a home is the most expensive purchase a person will likely ever make in their lives, and not adequately protecting your property against the widest range of legitimate risks it faces means that you could be exposing yourself to a huge loss in a worst case scenario. That's us for this week. We hope you have a happy and healthy weekend. Remember to like and subscribe to stay current with all our content as it comes out. And don't forget to ask CCW. We're simplifying your insurance.